In an ancient village nestled on the windy hillside of the French countryside, where mossy cobblestone streets witnessed the ups and downs of time, there was a 16-year-old girl named Elara sinking deep into the abyss of despair. Elara was born into a humble working-class family, possessing a heart yearning to prove herself, but destiny seemed to mock her on her academic path. For no matter if the oil lamp on her desk burned until dawn, or her books were worn out from being turned hundreds of times, the results she received were still just soulless numbers and cold rejection letters. While her peers seemed to glide through exams as light as a feather, stepping into prestigious schools, Elara felt like a traveler lost in the desert, every step sinking deep into the quicksand of self-doubt. And her biggest fear was not the grades themselves, but the disappointed looks of her parents, the feeling that she was gradually becoming a burden, an off-key note in the symphony of success of the surrounding world. On a gloomy afternoon, as Elara sat listlessly on the porch, clutching her latest poor report card as if wanting to crush the harsh reality, Nana Rose, her beloved grandmother, with silver white hair and eyes shining with wisdom, quietly approached her. Without a word of reproach, she gently led her granddaughter for a walk toward the hill behind the house, where a rough, gnarled old oak tree had stood firm against storms for hundreds of years. Stopping under the canopy, Nana Rose began to tell her life story, not the heroic chapters, but the hidden corners she had never revealed. She recounted that long ago, at the same tender age as Elara, she carried a great dream of becoming a famous surgeon in Vienna to save fragile lives. But reality was far more cruel than dreams when family poverty and a lack of resources turned that path into a sheer cliff. She had studied frantically, trading her youth and health. But then, that fateful day came when she failed the fiercest medical entrance exam, not just once, but 3 times in a row, bringing back shameful humiliation when returning to the village amidst the mockery of people and the pity of neighbors. At that time, Nana Rose felt as if the world had collapsed, believing she was a defective product of creation. But Elara's great-grandfather taught her a lesson that forever changed the family's mindset. Failure is not falling into the mud, but choosing to lie there and let the mud bury your aspirations. A bird that doesn't practice flying will never know how vast the sky is, and a scar is where human flesh becomes the strongest. That teaching was like a lightning bolt piercing the dark night in her mind, helping her realize that failure is not actually the end, but valuable data feeding back that the current method is not right, an opportunity to restructure one's thinking rather than to abandon one's purpose. She did not become a doctor as originally planned because circumstances did not allow, but she did not stop. She continued to study, continued to take exams, and finally became a talented head nurse who saved lives and soothed the pain of thousands of patients in a quiet but equally great way, proving that the destination of life can be the same, dedication, but the path to get there is ever-changing and incredibly flexible. Hearing this, Elara suddenly woke up as if escaping a trance, realizing that the recent poor grades did not define her as a failure, but were harsh teachers showing her the knowledge gaps that needed filling, a process of roots sinking deep into the ground to prepare for the day of rising high. Because a tree to touch the blue clouds, its roots must be strong enough to endure the darkness underground. Nana Rose looked lovingly at her granddaughter and affirmed a profound truth, that failure is only a temporary state, a rest stop to refuel for the next journey, and the only true weakness in this world is when we give up and accept letting adversity dictate our fate. From that moment, Elara's mindset completely changed. She understood that grit is the master key opening all doors, and every mistake is a paving stone leading to success. She no longer feared stumbling because she knew that as long as she stood up, learned the lesson, and continued to walk, success would surely wait for her at the end of the road, more brilliant and deserving than ever.